Hello and welcome into the Sporting Pod. Along with Emerson Burris and the traveling Tony Allegretti, I'm Cole Pepper. Coming up today on the pod, we look ahead to the biggest day in club history so far as the men host Charleston Battery on a Saturday preseason home friendly, and the women play at Lexington in a top-of-the-table battle. Plus, we'll also dive deep on the Sporting JAX Foundation, what's happened so far and what is still to come. We are fed by the Bearded Pig, locally owned and operated with the original location in San Marco. Make sure you swing by the Bearded Pig for great barbecue and great times. All right. Should I also mention our special guest in studio?
Of course, yes, you should.
Why don't you introduce?
Guys, my mom is here. Woo! My
Nice.
mom is in the studio. She's visiting for a few days. And I thought, might as well take her to the pod and the taping of the TV show this afternoon.
It's probably the highlight of any mom's visit is to come to a podcast and watch a TV show get taped.
Yeah. I mean, it's so exciting.
Yeah,
Who wouldn't want to spend time with us, Cole?
Right, clearly. That's, I mean, I think we've all come to that conclusion.
I'm bummed I'm on the road.
Yeah, you missed out.
I know.
Yes. Next time.
All righty, let's get into it here. We have men's soccer.
Yes, we do.
We're recording this on a Friday morning at the Gemstone Media Studios. On Saturday, so that's tomorrow to you and me, 5 p.m., the preseason friendly at home against the Charleston Battery and with the home fans. Mark Warburton, by the way, is going to be coaching this one as we await Liam's arrival via his visa getting sorted out. All right, let's talk about what to expect here, Emerson. I expect that there will be a lot of fans who have been watching the Sporting JAX women's team who will be out to enjoy this game, who are going to realize something that really struck me watching training, which is it is almost a different game that the men are
I think
playing.
everyone's been saying that it's a different game. It's louder, it's more physical, it's faster. And you mentioned Mark Warburton being the coach tomorrow. He was so in his element this week on the field and getting really rowdy with the guys and being hard on the guys. And, I mean, he has great experience in the coaching world. So it'll be fun to see him on the sideline and see how fast the game is tomorrow. And hopefully we get a win against Charleston.
And I don't even really care about the win so much, Tony. I care about performances. I want to see players linking up. I want to see guys have moments here. The outcome is not going to be all that essential. We should also point out there are a couple of guys who still are yet to arrive from international ports of call. So it won't be a full squad, but should be a great test against one of the most established clubs in the USL Championship.
100%. And we'll get to see exactly, what Mark and Liam were thinking when they, recruiting these players. We had obviously a massive transfer window with 24 or so men coming in, and so it's gonna be really fun to see how it all shakes out, and we pray that it's as good gels as quickly as our Gainbridge Super League side has, and really it's such a killer time of year for us, right? We get this, and then we start the league next week.
Yeah, it's just enormous. March 7th for the kickoff to the USL Championship. There is a kickoff bundle if you want to get tickets for the preseason match and the opener. You can save with a two-match bundle there. Go to sportingjax.com or call 904-863-KICK.
And tomorrow you can get 15% off of merchandise.
At the game. If you attend the game, 15% off Sporting JAX merch. So all great things there. Here, the other thing I'm going to be looking for, I just want to let everybody know, we are going to stream the game on the Sporting JAX YouTube channel.
Well, Cole, what can we expect in the booth?
I'm so glad you asked that, Emerson. It's not going to be a full-on play-by-play. I'll do some play-by-play of it as we go. But we're going to also bring in a few individuals who will join us for 10 or 12 minutes at a time to discuss broader topics around Sporting JAX, around the club, the community, and so forth. And I think of it sort of as a Manning cast in a bit, just no Eli, no Peyton. It'll just be a man cast, I guess, because you just have
cold pepper.
That's the pepper cast, a pepper shake, and so we will do that. And you can watch it on the Sporting JAX YouTube channel if you can't come out to the match. It should be a lot of fun, and we just kind of want to continue to sort of tell the story of what Sporting JAX is doing. More big things to come in the near future as well. By the way, if you want to get your family out to a game in the future, you can choose the family pack, up to 8 tickets to a game, hot dogs or a burger, chips and a drink. You can choose any game on the schedule. Go to sportingjax.com or call 904-863-KICK to get your family pack today. All right, let's talk. Yeah,
can
Tony.
I interrupt? Hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Of course you can, Tony.
Right. Yes, that's what I'm very good at. So the family pack's incredible. Like, I did some research into it because it kept coming up on my feed, and I'm like, all right, I've got tickets, but here's the thing with the family pack. It's like $10 in the smallest price per person it's $10 in fee, right? And the smallest price per person is $16. You're basically going to the match for $6.
Yeah.
What a steal.
I don't think we're doing a good enough job, in my opinion, of illustrating how amazing that is. And I'll just like to shout out May's hamburgers and hot dogs at the stadium are the good, as the millennials like.
I was also going to say something about the family pack. I mean, since we're going to keep talking about it. So whenever you talk about the family pack, Cole, I could just close my eyes and picture it. Get your hot dogs. That's what I picture when you
like a vendor.
Yes.
That is my post-broadcasting career. I'll endeavor. I'm probably better on the beer side.
Okay.
Ice cold beer here.
Ice cold beer here. Get here.
But listen, if I have to work dogs,
I used to get to Astros games, and they would say, Houston Astros baseball mini bats. And you could buy mini bats.
Wow.
Was that back in the Jose Cruz days?
That was, yes.
Jose
Cruz.
There we go.
I could name the entire 86 starting lineup.
I don't know if we have time for that today, Tony.
Thank you, Emerson. We'll move on.
It's a spin-off pod,
yeah.
Emerson.
Yeah. Okay. From the Nolan Ryan, Mike Scott days. Okay, here we go. Women playing at Lexington, 2:00 on Saturday. So by the time the men kick off, we will know a final. I keep making this. I asked this question of Stacey Balaam and of several of the players. Well, this is one of 28 regular season matches in the USL in the Gainbridge Super League, and yet it feels like there's more to it than that. The players all said we're just taking this as another game. We're approaching it. We want to win every game, but you can only win one at a time. So we're taking it that way. It's the right approach for the players to take. But for the fans, this is massive. If Sporting JAX can turn the tables on the October 31st performance when they lost 4-2, a Halloween horror story up in Lexington, then this team is certainly off to the races. Lexington does have a game in hand because their match against Dallas was canceled, postponed last week. It has been rescheduled, but they do have a win in hand. So if Lexington wins, they go to the top of the table with a game in hand on Sporting JAX. If Jacksonville wins, they stretch and, in essence, will have the arm's length on Lexington, even with the makeup. I'm excited about this one, Emerson. I'm disappointed that we're not going to be broadcasting it.
I know, me too. Lots riding on this game. Hopefully we stay atop the table. And I kept asking the players how they're feeling about this game, and they said, we're so ready. It's a revenge game. So I think they have that edge to them, and they're going to go out and they're going to be hungry and feisty and get the win.
I love having a game here. Again, we're about not even quite 2/3 of the way through the season, but nearing it. We're not quite in the home stretch. There's one more meeting here in Jacksonville between the two sides, Tony. But this is a great matchup, and one that everybody who has any kind of interest in what's happening in the Gainbridge Super League should take a look at.
I love it. I think we should play for pink slips in that they have to drop Sporting from their name if we win. I don't want to do it if they win. So maybe they should.
We'll put that into review.
Yes, but then send that to the attorneys.
Yeah.
I'm really if you watch the last match against them, they handled us, and it's probably the only time where from the first whistle to the end that we've just been beat. And so I know that's in the back of their mind, and I'm really happy to hear Emerson say that they're going to come out feisty, because I think that's what you have to do. You have to really be hungry for it in this league. It's just too competitive to have an off day.
Yeah, and I will also point out that Lexington has not lost a match this year. They've got a bunch of ties, but they have not lost a match this year.
Well, look out, because we're coming.
Just pointing that out.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, should be a good one. That'll be on Peacock, 2 o'clock on Saturday. And we will be reviewing that next week on the Sporting JAX Report. This week, the Sporting JAX Report is noon Saturday on ABC 25. Next week, noon Saturday on NBC 12. And, of course, we'll be talking about it on the Coaches Show on 1010XL. 6 o'clock Tuesdays. Mark Warburton, Liam Fox, Stacey Balaam, and Sporting JAX players join me. We hear from Emerson most weeks.
Yep.
And we will have more on what's happening with Sporting JAX there. So that's the on-the-field stuff with Sporting JAX. There are so many other things going on. And, Tony, I want to kind of lean on you for this, because I feel like another thing we have the opportunity to do here on this podcast is to further tell the story about what the Sporting JAX Foundation is doing for and in the community. So I'm going to ask you a few questions, and you can just give me your elevator speech on each of these topics so everybody kind of understands that moving forward here. Starting with, what is the foundation's purpose?
Thanks, Cole. So right now we have a very narrow focus. So the foundation our mission is to get soccer in areas in Jacksonville and North Florida that don't have. So we know all of the good outcomes that come with team sports and with soccer in general. There's a lot of parts of our community that don't have access to rectangles, which are fields, to high quality coaching and training, to equipment, etc. And that's what we're focused on at the Sporting JAX Foundation.
All right, tell me about some of the wins you've had so far.
So we just hit our first birthday. We're very happy to report back that we've had 30 plus clinics, which are always free, all abilities, boys and girls, 6 years old to 17. We mostly concentrated on Arlington and the north side and the northwest side. So we've created relationships with Kent Bold City, which has an outstanding pitch that we use. Right now, we have a series of clinics Saturday mornings. All this is available at sportingjax.com/foundation if you want to sign up your kid or somebody that would like to play soccer, but there's limitations. There's access issues geographically or economic. We're open to all. So we're doing that. We obviously very famously have opened a mini pitch, a futsal pitch in Arlington at the Baxter Luther Club, Boys and Girls Club, which is amazing. Our Tuesday programming out there has those student athletes playing in a small budding league that we're doing. We'll open that up for older kids and adults soon, so that we'll have an open play pickup game style thing. It's got lights out there. So really what we're trying to do is bring the beautiful game to all parts of our community, especially where it's not available right now. So those things are growing. We're in constant sort of idea stages with the Boys and Girls Club, because they're in so many communities that could use this and have and they are hearing that they've got students who want to play soccer. So we're looking at expanding our relationship with them because they have such a great infrastructure and such great people working with these kids. And so, the world is our oyster right now. If you were to come out to our clinic tomorrow morning, you'll see dozens and dozens of kids. We do fairly high intensity training, but it's all abilities. So you shouldn't be nervous to come out. And then we do a lot of fun things at the end and have sometimes we have giveaways like we do tomorrow morning. So if you want to take out your son or daughter to get starts at 10 a.m., you want to register at sportingjax.com/foundation.
All right, let's look ahead now, Tony. What's to come?
Yes.
Paint the picture of the future of the Sporting JAX Foundation.
So right now, what I would love to, and this is an ambition that we've sort of put down as a goal, and we want to be in more of these situations like at KIP and at the Boys and Girls Club, where we have more access, more fields, more great coaching and training. So I think, within the next year, have another futsal mini pitch somewhere in on the north side would be a fantastic goal. But we can show up at places that don't have it, like a bookmobile would for reading. We would be that for soccer, and the joy that comes with that, and really bringing kids along and get them to further fall in love with the beautiful game. And that's really our big thing. So I'd say more places to play first, and then scaling what we're doing now to just reach more kids.
And finally, Tony, if people want to get involved and to help further all the work that the Sporting JAX Foundation is doing, how can they help?
Yeah, so we never turn. I've been working with volunteers, it feels like all my adult life. We would never turn a volunteer away. So it kind of depends on the skill set. Obvious things come up like, soccer coaches and stuff like that. But there's also other opportunities. If you just want to help us fundraise, we're doing this, and we're committed to making the access all free because it's a huge hurdle. Soccer in America is a pay-for-play sport, and we're only seeing kids that can afford it, and it might be why we're 25th in the world right now, because if your only sample size is kids who can afford soccer, then we're not seeing every athlete that wants to play. And so we're really invested in growing that. And if you like that mission, we have space for you. And I'm so blessed to be talking to people all the time that are supportive of that. And I think of our partners like Adidas, KIP, of course, and Boys and Girls Club, and also ViStar, and some of the other corporate entities in JAX that are really behind these healthy outcomes for kids.
All right, good stuff. That is a great breakdown. We'll share some of this information as well during the stream of the preseason match on Saturday. We'll do that at halftime, so tune in for that one on the Sporting JAX YouTube channel. It is now time for our Premier League contest. Last week, no games, but we are on a heater right now. Nobody has missed a game. We've all gotten wins each of the last 2 weeks.
Cole,
Emerson,
you and I have 3 in a row.
I was just about to say.
Sorry.
Jumped right into it.
So sorry. I'm just very excited.
Very excited. Emerson, 9-6-6, up to 33 points.
Whoop,
She
whoop.
has surpassed Mauricio, and his spot was left when he decided to jump ship. And Tony and I on 43 points, 13-4-4. So let us get to the business at hand. Remember, you cannot pick the same team more than twice. So far, Tony has picked Forest, Chelsea, Man City, Everton, Brighton, and Wolves twice.
Wolves.
So, Tony, who are you going with this week?
I'm going wild again.
Oh.
Yes. I'm going Tottenham Hotspur over their rival on a new coach bounce. I told Warburton that I was doing that. He said, good luck with that. So come on, you Spurs.
All right, first time you picked Spurs in this competition. Emerson.
Yeah.
I am going Palace at home over Wolves.
All right.
And in my extensive research on this game, Palace has actually done better on the road compared to at home this season, but Wolves are just awful.
Yes.
Despite their midweek draw against Arsenal.
That is true.
Which was exciting. But yeah, I'm going to go Palace over Wolves, and it will be my second time taking Palace.
And it will be your third time picking against Wolves in the last 4 matches.
Yeah.
So we're seeing a trend here.
It might be the formula.
Yeah. And by the way,
whatever gets a win.
Not a bad formula either, by the way. She's won all of those previous. So I have picked Palace, Brighton, and Chelsea twice already. I'm going to pick for the first time this year, I'm picking Brentford to beat Brighton in a battle of the bees, and we'll see if it all comes to fruition. We could see some movement on the table of the Premier League contest.
I feel like this particular week, we all took some pretty risky games.
I
think Wolves is better than their record, as pointed out with the midweek clash. But I feel like we took some chances this week, guys. Good job.
All right, we'll see if it all pays off next week right here on this fine podcast. We've reached the point of the Sporting Pod where Tony breaks format. Tony?
Well, yes. So I just want to say how grateful I am to be able to watch soccer and be involved in pro soccer in Jacksonville, and I'm so pleased to be a part of the team that brought back pro soccer. And I just want to say thank you to all our team members and everybody. Before we embark on the men's season, I just want to say thanks to all the colleagues and fans and our supporters and the ultras and all that. It's just been such a blessing for me and my family, and I just really kind of want to underline that and say thank you to everyone.
Great. That is a great sentiment. For those of you traveling this weekend, you will see a little something out at Jacksonville International Airport.
Oh, yeah.
Emerson?
Well, I must be blind.
Must be.
Because when my mom flew in on Wednesday evening, I parked in the parking garage. Didn't see any flames, so that was good.
Mm-hmm.
But I parked in the parking garage, and I walked across the street, and I said, "Hey, Mom!" Hugged it out. I said, "We got to go film some stuff." We walked the entire airport. It doesn't take long. We didn't see signage anywhere, but we got video proof this morning that there is some signage on the floor, and there are some screen pillars, and we have some ads on there as well. So keep your eye out for Sporting JAX signage at the airport.
Yep, I think that's going to be fantastic, and we'll see how that is welcomed. We have a video we're going to show on the Sporting JAX report of so you have Kate Parks and Georgia Brown, who are on one that's sort of a floor cling kind of thing. And Meg Hughes decided to do the leg drop on it. And then got caught.
She's hilarious. Yeah, she did get caught.
She is hilarious.
Yes.
And one of the real joys of this team is to see her interacting with the world. So, all right, that'll do it.
Wait, I have a shout out.
Oh, a shout out?
Not that anyone's going to hear it for this particular shout out, but I want to shout out the U.S. women's hockey team who got the win in overtime against Canada yesterday. It was very exciting.
And for those who were waiting with bated breath for the name of the athlete I couldn't remember last time for the Winter Olympics, it was not a cross-country athlete. He was a speed skater, Johan Olaf Koss. The one where you get to know these people and the impact they have on the world. Great humanitarian. So Google him and or ask ChatGPT.
Yes.
All right, that'll do it for this installment of the Sporting Pod. For Emerson Burris and Tony Allegretti, and Emerson's mom who's here. I'm Cole Pepper. Thanks so much for listening to the Sporting Pod.